In the 2015 NFL Draft, the New England Patriots select Malcom Brown, defensive tackle, Texas.
Well, I mean, and there you go.
Well, guys, for our final segment of the night, the defending Super Bowl champions take Malcom Brown, a defensive tackle out of Texas. We know what Charlie Strong has brought to that defensive side: toughness, fundamentally sound execution. Is that something the Patriots can rely on him for next season?
Well, yeah, I mean, Malcom Brown, you look at the measurements on him, 6'2", 319, real big boy, gap plugger, similar to the man that they lost in Vince Wilfork, not quite as big, but still a very big boy in that middle. And obviously, you know, losing Vince, they felt like they needed to find an immediate replacement, and they're hoping that's what Malcom Brown can be.
Yeah, you said it best. This is a big boy, and his presence will be felt on this defensive side of the ball. Hopefully, he can come in and not, you know, take Wilfork's position, you know, but he's not trying to do too much and replace him, and just do his job and do his job well and really help this team.
Well, I think you said it best. I mean, look, replacing a guy like Wilfork is very difficult to do, but I like Brown. I think I like guys who come from a system like Charlie Strong, because if there's one thing that he showed his time in Texas is that he was not tolerating any nonsense. You were going to do your job, and you were going to do it well, or you weren't going to play. And Strong, like many guys, did fall in line and did things the right way. And I do think when you're going from a guy like Strong to a guy like Belichick, it's a good transition. He's certainly going to have a big role with this team, and I think right now he's a guy who's going to be able to fit in, and he's really going to make a significant impact. We will see, though. Right now, guys, if you had to pick one thing from today, we've been here the whole time. If there's one thing that hit most home with you, what would it be that you've seen from the draft today?
I've seen a lot of people have fallen, and a lot of people have been taken quicker than we expected, especially the running backs in this draft. We saw both running backs go quicker than we expected. Todd Gurley go 10th. We expected, you know, go mid to late first round, and it's been interesting to see.
Well, it's quite different. I mean, like we said a little bit earlier, last year the first running back was taken with the 44th pick, Bishop Sankey. The year before that, 37th, Giovanni Bernard. Quite a different scenario this year.
Yeah, definitely very different for me, obviously, outside of the Eagles selection. I really feel that there were two picks here that I think both teams hit home runs with. One, the New York Jets, Leonard Williams, and two, I really like Devontae Parker for the Dolphins. And I mention them together because they're in the same division, probably the best division in football, and I think it'll be interesting to see what these teams will do. But more specifically, Leonard Williams at 6 was the grand slam to me of day one.
You know, it's kind of funny. I didn't really know what I was going to pick, but now that I think about it, I think that you're right. Devontae Parker for the Dolphins is a slam dunk. I mean, a guy who really could have seen him fall to a bunch of other teams who had a shot at him. But the Dolphins got that great slam dunk player. And then the Jets, I don't know. I was talking to Big Shot Rob, one of our resident Jets fans here. I think him, like the rest of Jets Nation, is happy, and rightfully so. I mean, when you get a guy like him, who a lot of people consider to be the best player in this draft, to get him at 6 when, let's be honest, we didn't think he was going to be there, I think it's pretty tremendous for them, and they have a lot of things riding for them. There's certainly a lot of good players left, guys. The final note I want to leave us off on is, when you go into tomorrow, for you guys, who is the first player that you just can't wait to get off of your board tomorrow because he needs to be on a team right now?
Well, I don't want to rush Landon Collins being selected. I just want to see him selected by the Eagles. There were a couple mock drafts where he fell. Let's just hope that he keeps falling, because I really feel that that man is a perfect fit for the Eagles system.
I'm interested to see where a guy like Randy Gregory falls, because this guy is a top 10 talent, has some off-the-field issues. I want to see who's going to take the risk and take him, because this guy is talented. If he gets his head straight, he could be a great player in this league.
I think you're right. There is a ton of talent left in the running back position. Everywhere. I mean, this really shows you how deep of a draft we have this year. There are quarterbacks left. Where will Bryce Petty go? Where will Brett Hundley go? We have Ranger action, NBA playoff action. It is truly a great time to be a sports fan. But, gentlemen, I want to thank you very much. It was a great night. We pulled it off. Every single pick we have been here for. There's a lot of work that still needs to be done, but I appreciate it. Anthony Carlo joined us for a little while. I thank him, too. Everyone, thank you you, though, the listeners, for staying with us the entire time. It was a great production. It's always a fun time with the NFL Draft. But it is Jersey Joe Chino, can't even say my name right. I'm sorry right now.
So
Dave Giacomino and Kevin Walsh signing off.